Hey guys, it's Paul Jang. So the question I have for you is, well, I guess I have for myself is, should I get a job or should I start a business? And here are my thoughts on this. I would say if you don't have any cash, it's easier to just get a job. I know that's not what other people like to hear, but any kind of venture, like business venture that I found, it just requires a lot more time, a lot more money than you think it does. And I think just having that in your mindset gives you the ability to navigate things and pay your expenses if you just have a job in the get go. So here are my thoughts. If you don't have anything, get a job. Get something that doesn't require a lot of either your mental ability or your physical ability, and just something easier that you could do something on the side. So what I would say is you kind of do both, right? You get a job, you get that to pay your bills, and then you start working on some kind of side hustle, whether it's some kind of service oriented where you're kind of trading time for money. There's ways to get around that, but either some kind of service business or a resale business. The manufacturing businesses, I would say, are a lot more costly and more higher risk. So I'd stay away from those types of businesses. So something with service or reselling, there's different ones out there. Like for if you've been watching other videos, I'm into the land. So I flip land. I buy land and I resell it for profit, either for cash or terms. For the most part, I've used my own funds, but I'll look at using partners if if I run out of cash. But that business model is kind of more of a lead gen model, like marketing model, with like a reselling twist with land. But people do it with cars, right? In auctions, you buy a car, you fix it up, resell it. Something really popular is the furniture flipping or couch flipping model, right? Like you go on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, find these cheaper furnitures, stock it and resell it, right? That's kind of a smaller scale than land. Wholesalers for real estate kind of do the same thing. They're all in this like resell, right? Like if you ever thought about Etsy or things like that or eBay, you find something cheap and resell it. So there's that. That requires some kind of capital up front, either finding deals or actually making these purchases for whatever item that you need. The other side is service oriented, and what you want to do is you sell a service, dog sitting or tutoring or babysitting, doing lawn care, right? These things where you're basically trading time for money, and you want to get to the point where you have enough business coming in that it makes sense that you could transition from your job to your service-oriented business. That kind of works the same way with the resale kind of businesses, like the cash flipping, land investing. If you set up these businesses the right way, you could basically hire someone to take over the businesses. And when it gets to the point that it just makes sense for you to switch over, you make the switch over then. So that's what I would say with these like startup styles. If I knew some of the things that I know now, I might consider just buying a business while I have the job. So, save money, put that down to and try getting an SBA loan of some kind. Work with a business broker. You just buy a business right from the get go. That's another option. So, I really would suggest though, if you don't have anything and you have bills to pay, get the job first, and then kind of leverage your way into these side hustles or whether service oriented or reselling. There's also that content creation advertising side. So, might consider that stuff. That takes a lot longer than you think. And, but these are all side hustles that you do once you have your job. And that's the way I would go about it, right? If you're younger and you don't have those expenses, if you're living at home, then consider, just stepping right into some kind of service oriented. I think service oriented is like low startup capital, right? You don't need a lot of the reselling types, you need money to advertise, you need money to purchase the items. Service, you throw something up on, some of these Facebook market groups or on Craigslist, and you could get going pretty quickly, right? So, if you don't have those expenses, you can just jump right into it. But otherwise, I'd say get a job first. I know that's not popular with entrepreneurs, but that would be my recommendation, unless you know exactly what you're doing and you have. If you know exactly what you're doing, what business you're going to work with, and how to access capital and scale it, this video isn't for you. But, for those that are considering should I get the job or start some kind of business, I'd say get the job first. So, all right, that's it. Take care. If you like this video, subscribe and check in the description below if you are curious about land investing. But otherwise, have a good one.